Hello traders, this is a live trade recap of the top gainers trading plan. We took 3 trades today. I'm going to show you exactly what happened in those trades. And just in case you're new around here, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, I'm going to play my intro. If you've seen it, just fast forward about 3 minutes and you should be up to speed. So let's get the intro queued up. Welcome to Trading Armor. My name is David, and as of the recording of this introduction, it is August 15th, 2022. I've been actively trading the stock market for over 2.5 years now. I'm going to use this introduction for many videos, so check the date of the one you're watching right now. It's probably much more recent. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back and feel free to skip over this intro. But if you're new around here, thanks for stopping by and allow me to introduce myself and give you a few reasons as to why you may or may not want to stick around. My journey as a trader began in May of 2020, and like most new traders, I quickly realized that trading is not as easy as most people make it out to be. In fact, it's downright difficult. Luckily, even when I was new, I approached it with caution, which kept me from blowing up my account. Eventually, I realized that if I had any chance of being a profitable trader, that I needed not only a good strategy, but a well thought out and written day trading plan. I also needed the discipline to trade that plan exactly the same way every single day. I get my discipline from forward testing all of these trading plans by taking 100 trades or more, collecting the data, and from that data I can produce statistics. Once I know my statistics, I can go into the market with some expectation of what's going to happen, and that makes it very easy for me to stay disciplined and stick to my plan. We've already proven a small cap trading plan profitable after taking 100 trades, but we also proved that plan was quite tedious to trade. So right now, I am currently forward testing 2 new trading plans. One of them is for active day traders, people that want to trade the market every single day, right at the open. That plan is called the Top Gainers Trading Plan, and the other plan is quite different. Both of them can be traded individually or simultaneously. The other plan is for people that may not be around during market hours or just don't have any desire to sit in front of charts all day. That's the SPXL day trading plan. Now, both of those trading plans have their own playlist on my YouTube channel, so you can check those out. Now, it's important to know that I am not a professional trader. I have absolutely no formal financial education. In fact, my first degree is in music, and later on I went back to school for physics. Yeah, physics. And I just recently finished a master's degree in medical physics, and I know all of that might sound really strange, but apparently I have a curious, creative, and problem-solving mind, which allows me to approach trading in a novel way. So stick around if you'd like to watch me try and apply my odd educational background and unique life experiences to the very unusual world of the stock market. Thank you. Okay, we should be back to live right now. So today we took 3 trades with DRUG. I'm going to show you everything that happened in those trades. We did end up losing all 3 trades, so it was a max loss day, which is unfortunate, but it's going to happen, and this is the P&L for today. We were also triggered with our automated trading system with SPXL, and that trade got triggered, and it hit the max loss, I don't know, maybe a half hour, an hour later, something like that. So we're down 345 from SPXL as well. So this is the loss from the DRUG trades, the drug trades, 1602. This total loss for the day, that includes the SPXL trading plan. That plan, by the way, is doing just fine. I'll make a video about that later. It's just below the all-time highs right now, so we're fine on the SPXL day trading plan. And let's get to the video and look at the DRUG plan, trades. So this is the Top Gainers chart setup screen that I use every single day when I trade the Top Gainers trading plan. And you can see it's right at the market open, and I like to restart Webull right after the market open to make sure that the Top Gainers screener gets a nice refresh. So now we see we have the one-day Top Gainers up there. DRUG was the top of the Top Gainers list. Not only that, I mean, I don't really care where they are on the Top Gainers list. The trigger for me to look for a trade is whichever ticker symbol breaks over its previous session high first. And on DRUG, the previous session high just happened to be like the last 1 minute candle or second to last 1 minute candle of the pre-market. And it broke right through that right at the open. So that automatically kind of locks me into that ticker symbol. I just have to wait for my entry, and that's it. So you'll see me pull up MFGP just to look at it really quick before we pull this up on the big chart. But you can see that has no volume. That was nothing to even be concerned with. So DRUG, the scaling is like pretty crazy right now, so I'm adjusting that, but just waiting for the first entry, and it actually gets triggered right away because you can see here we broke out through that previous session high and pulled back all in the same candle. As soon as a 1 minute candle makes a new high, that's my entry to take a trade, and there it is right there. It happened on that candle, the third candle of the day. So let me just fast forward so you can see live. As soon as I realize what happens, I trigger my hotkeys and I get in. I just think 0.8 of a cent higher than where I wanted to, something like that. So here it comes. As soon as this night, there we go. I'm triggered into the trade, and I take the trade. And I think my ideal entry would have been 379. I got 379.8, so very near my ideal entry. Just because of the way this price action has formed, my stop loss has to be placed below the low of day. That's just the way it is. It's not that my stop loss always goes below the low of day. That's just the way the price action formed on this trade. So then I calculate my 3-hour profit target. I place that, and then the trade is all done. I just wait for the trade to play out. So again, yeah, the scaling was so messed up here, and I was just trying to get the orders in place. So here, at this point, the trade is all done. I just let the trade play out. Whatever happens, happens. Notice that this is at like 9:33, and again, at first it looked pretty promising, like it could be a one and done day, but this trade actually didn't even make 2R. It did go above 1R, but did not even hit 2R, and we want 3R. That's what this whole strategy is based on. 3R is the only profitable profit target so far in this trading plan. We're tracking 2 all the way to 10R, and 3R is the winner by far. But after today, things aren't looking so hot overall, but let's just watch the trade play out. Well, so let's watch this part live. This is, I guess, Jerome Powell was speaking. One thing that you should know about me and my trading plans and my style of trading is I absolutely, and you're going to probably think this is nuts because you see such a different story put out by other YouTube traders, is I totally ignore the news, and I have a very good reason for that. When I used to try to use the news to trade off of, I found myself getting very emotionally invested in these ticker symbols because you're reading good news, you're thinking, oh, this is a really strong stock, this news is great, this thing has to work, the trade's got to work, whatever. You start to get emotionally invested in the idea of trading that ticker symbol because of the news, and that can very easily and did lead to breaking your trading plan because say your trading plan says you only take 3 trades and all 3 trades fail and you're just in total shock and disbelief because, wow, the news was so great and everybody's talking about it and whatever. And you think, well, maybe the 4th one will go and let me just try one more, or the 5th one or whatever. And before you know it, you've taken 4, 5, 6 trades. They've all lost maybe the last one worked, but it wasn't enough to win back your losses, and you've broken your plan, and just everything has gone out the window. And that's why I totally ignore news on any stocks or the stock market in general, and I just trade what my trading plan says to do, and that's it. And then I track the results of that, and then we develop statistics, and we know the probability of the trades working out in the trading plan. Even with a small cap trading plan, which I took over 100 trades with, which was profitable, it produced a 15 times our risk profit after 100 trades. That trading plan totally ignored news, didn't consider news whatsoever. So it just used a screener criteria to select the stocks. That was it. And this one is kind of similar, it's just using the top gainers screener. So there is the flush that hit our stop loss. And you saw that live. So my stop loss was placed at 355, I believe, and I got filled at 348. So it just kind of goes to show you, how the slippage can affect your losses on the way out on a flush like that. It could also happen on a take profit order as well if your take profit order gets hit during a big bounce or squeeze or whatever you want to call it. So Anyway, so I don't really worry about that stuff. It happens sometimes. I'd much rather have the hard stop in place, because you can imagine after seeing a huge flush like that, if you did not have a hard stop, if you were using a mental stop, you'd be like a deer in the headlights, and you'd be thinking, wow, what do I do now? This thing is way below my stop. And you probably would end up taking a bigger loss even than the slippage caused by the hard stop. So, but that's pretty rare, that slippage. I don't think that's happened the entire time we've been trading this Top Gainers trading plan. We may get 1 or 2 cent slippage occasionally, but generally it exits out exactly where our stop loss is. And this was the first time out of 45 trades that we've encountered such slippage like that. But anyway, I'd happily take that slippage over the risk involved with using mental stops. It's just so dangerous. So anyway, here we go. We are now in trade number 2. The trading plan says that we must take another trade at this point, and we're just waiting for that entry. As soon as the 1 minute candle makes a new high, we place our stop loss in place first, and that is the most important thing to do, because as you just saw, these things can flush at any moment, so it's really important to get that in place. I think I decided to leave it at 334 just to give it a little bit of room, and then we just calculate our profit target, put the profit target in place, and now this trade is all done. We just let the trade play out. It either hits our profit target or a stop loss, and that's it. And this one also did not even make it to 2R. It looks like it didn't even make it to 1R, and eventually does stop us out. That's trade number 2. So now I must take trade number 3. And this is the last and final trade of the day. Now this one, I botched the entry slightly, but it didn't matter at all. I was looking for the break of 333 and accidentally thought I saw it on the price bubble, or I forgot, exactly the price where I was looking for that break. And as soon as I saw I saw that 330, I needed to see 3301. That's when I triggered my hotkeys. It ended up not making any difference whatsoever, because this thing did eventually get over 330 and trigger my entry, so I would have gotten in probably just slightly higher. And this was the last and final trade. Stop losses in place. Again, calculate the profit target, and then just let the trade play out. And whatever happens, happens. And at least we've stuck to our trading plan. And today, the third trade did fail. So let me just show you that live where that got stopped out. And we'll go back to the accounts page, and just so you can look at those orders if you want to see. I just want to show you getting stopped out live. Yeah, I actually got the notice before this thing trigger, or before the chart looked like it hit the stop loss, but it got filled exactly on my stop loss. But it just kind of goes to show you, the graphics are not always perfectly in sync.
Welcome to Trading Armor.
And that's pretty much that. So let's get to the account page. So there's all the DRUG orders, and there's also my SPXL order, which we'll talk about in another video. So this is where we are right now. This plan is still profitable. We started it on July 29th. I'm going to go over all the results this weekend and have a kind of like a full update, but let me just show you that really quick. Even, we've had a rough go of things this week. What you have to do to figure out how much we're up with this trading plan is subtract the wins of SPXL, which now from that point on, are only 66 cents because of today's loss. But we're up way over that, just in case you're wondering, on the SPXL day trading plan, and I'll go over that in a video later. But subtract 66 cents from this number, and that's where we are with the Top Gainers trading plan, 870 something. Anyway, so that's where we are there. And then this is the spreadsheet where we're tracking all of the data. And right now, let's see what it says here. Yeah, $8.03 is what this is showing that we're up. And the average risk is 402. That's over here. So today, here's the trades from today, DRUG. That first trade lost about $8.28, and it should have only lost about $6.50. But again, we caught some slippage. That's going to happen occasionally. Not much we could do about that. And these are the other two trades, which are definitely worth taking, because we know that our third trade is more likely to work out than the first and the second trade. So there's always a chance that we can either become green on the day or make a lot of that loss back. And that's what happened yesterday on the KRPX trade. The third trade worked out. We're also tracking all the profit targets. Again, I'm going to go over all of this in detail for a video this Sunday. You can see our total P&L curve not looking so hot anymore. Again, we're still profitable, but things are looking kind of shaky right now, and they could reverse, they could keep going lower. I have no idea, but what I do know is that we set out to take 100 trades with this plan to find out whether it was profitable or not. Right now we're at trade 45, so we still have another 55 trades to go before we are going to decide on the results of this trading plan. And here's our overall win rate, which is still slightly profitable. Break even is 25%, so we're good there. Entry number 1 is below profitable, but just 1 or 2 more wins on the first entry will bring it back over. 2 is just above break even. 3 is definitely profitable, but there hasn't been that many third entries. And usually that's because, you know, the first or second entry will work out and keep us from taking that third entry. So then we also have these probability of a 1 and done day, 2 and done day, 3 and done day, which are all the same right now, and the probability of max loss day is the highest, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. All we can do is trade the plan as written every single day and track the statistics, and then at the end of this we can figure out, you know, is this thing worth trading or not. But as of right now, the good news is we are collecting good data. It's not costing us anything. We're actually still profitable after this kind of rough week, and last week wasn't so hot either. But we haven't changed anything. We're doing the exact same thing every single day. We're just seeing how the market fluctuates with this trading plan, and it may, you know, and at the end, once we get to 100 trades, we may find out that this thing doesn't work. But at least we've accomplished a couple of things there. We've collected good data. We've proven that the plan either is profitable or is not, so we can either continue trading it or move on from it. And we've also developed good trader discipline, or continued to develop good trader discipline, because that's what doing something like this requires, is you have to be able to trade it the same way every day. We've also honed in our execution skills. You can see that these trades are not that easy to execute. You have to be on the ball, and you know, everything has to kind of work out in order to execute this thing properly, and that's happened pretty much on every trade. There's a couple of gray trades here, which you know, there was some issues on those trades, but you know, they're not really making much difference overall. The profit targets that we're tracking, that stuff is really helpful. 2R is down -3R right now. Our 3R profit target is the only profitable profit target at the moment. It's up 3R. We were up 15R on that at an earlier point in this trading plan, but obviously things are going against us right now, and all the other profit targets are deep in the red. So that's another great thing that we're learning about this. And that just, you know, it doesn't mean that no matter what style of trading you're doing, that the 3R profit target is going to be the best profit target, but it does give you a sense of a good place to start, because even if you trade something completely different than this trading plan, if you look at this data here, it's kind of giving you an idea of that at least the 2 and the 3R profit target are your best bet as far as you know, making a profit off of your trading plan. And if you went just based off of my data, the 3R profit target is the way to go. Track the others, and then you can find out what is the ideal profit target for whatever trading plan you have. So that's where we are for today. Those are the 3 trades. The good news is we stuck to the plan. Once again, we used our trader discipline. We didn't break our plan. We didn't get emotional that the 3 trades lost and tried to recoup on a 4th trade or jump to some other ticker symbol. All of those things would be a real mess. So we're good as far as that goes. Still a successful trading day because we stuck to the plan. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. I know there was a lot of talking, a lot of explaining, but I'm sure you're kind of wondering, like, what's going on with this thing now? It's losing money. It is what it is. All we're going to know is after 100 trades if this thing is profitable or not. Right now, we're just kind of deep in the trenches. We're right in the middle of this thing. I like to use the example of the coin toss test. If you have a quarter and you start flipping it, or any coin, you start flipping it, the probability of heads or tails is always 50%, assuming it's a fair coin. But if you start flipping that coin, you might find that you get 3, 4, 5 heads in a row or tails in a row at different points during your test. And that doesn't mean that all of a sudden that coin is broken or that the probability of heads or tails changes. It's just where you are in that series of tests. So this is where we are right now after 45 trades. So we just have to keep moving forward, and that's what we're going to do. And we'll be back doing this again next week. So look out for my kind of overall results video of this trading plan this Sunday. We went over a lot of that today, but I'll try to go into a little bit more detail on the data on the spreadsheet for Sunday. And also later on, I'll have a video about the SPXL trading plan, so check that out as well. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If it was, hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. Any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. As always, I like to leave the idea of all my videos for new traders to go into every single trade with a plan, stick to that plan no matter what. Even if you're finding out, oh, it's not working so great right now, just keep doing it. You need to take 100 trades with it before you're going to know if it's profitable or not. If you're not comfortable with the losses you're taking, then you're trading way too large a position size. You should be able to take 100 trades, even if it's losing, and still be okay with the losses. So think about all that stuff. Go into every single trade with a plan, stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.